But if every church loved Jesus and was talking about Jesus, and every church was ready to help people, it's like we already have a emergency center set up all
That's
over.
right. That's right.
And the people will come to the light.
Yes.
And this lady that she actually wrote to you, Lori.
Yes.
I don't know how people get a hold of you and don't write to me, but that's all right.
They write to you, honey. I just don't think.
I mean, I want to hear stuff like this. And but she got through to you personally, and so you gave me this letter.
I did.
Read a little bit, because she's, what, 74?
She said, Pastor Jim Bakker, please let me introduce myself. I am a 74-year-old widow, having lost my husband of almost 55 years last year. I have always been extremely shy since a child and have never liked to draw attention to myself. I have great difficulty reaching out to begin a conversation with folks I've never met, and especially to someone who I respect so very much, such as you and Pastor Jim. I have watched Pastor Jim for many years and watched the Jim Bakker Show every day. A few months ago, I was watching the Jim Bakker Show when Pastor Jim was speaking that churches need to be ready, that churches were not getting ready. When I received a message from the Holy Spirit, this is the message I received. As Pastor Jim was talking about the churches not ready, the Holy Spirit said to me, church bells will ring again. I asked, why would the church bells be ringing? The Holy Spirit said, as a warning. I asked, what does this mean? The Holy Spirit said, anyone who can hear the bells ringing will know what they mean. My impression was that bells will be used during these end times as a means of communication. I do not understand why or for what. I didn't know what to do with this message. I prayed about it and pondered upon it every day. Every time I would be watching Pastor Jim speak of the coming end time events, and when he mentioned churches, I was reminded by the Holy Spirit again. One particular day recently, it happened again. Pastor Jim was speaking of coming events, and all of a sudden, the Holy Spirit came so strong that I shouted, am I supposed to tell Jim Bakker? Suddenly, I was given a vision. I saw Pastor Jim sitting. He had on a headset that had a microphone speaker extending from the headset. He was wearing a cap. I was seeing him from his right side. He was talking into the microphone, communicating. Although I didn't see his surroundings, my impression was that the location was something like a bunker. It was protected from what I do not know.
Wow. This is so powerful. I mean, I read this letter, Lori, the minute you gave it to me, I knew what it was.
Yes.
The church bells in history were warnings. They were used not just to say, come to church. That was one. It was a call.
Used as a warning.
So it's all these things. It's a call to worship. It's a call to come. But it's a warning. If there was a fire in the town, the church bells rang.
That's right.
God is saying the church is going to be the center of society in the last days.
Yes.
There's going to be a community. You say, oh, America's going to hell in a handbasket. People are going to come to God. The church is going to come together. Sure, they'll kill a lot of us, but I'll tell you what, there's going to be victory in Jesus Christ.
Yes.